1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
All right. Anything else, Billy?
Yeah.
Or, we know that you're anxious to start bombing. Anything else?
Oh, yeah. It's... everyone's so excited about regular TV coming back, and, certain good guys did a really good job, but then certain people just use their talk show to say stuff that inflames America. This friggin' Bill Maher. Did you guys hear what the hell he said?
No, I didn't.
What went on with him in Politically Incorrect?
He makes this big statement about removing a chair because Elizabeth Olsen was in one of the planes, which is fine.
Billy,
which is fine. I got no problem with that,
hold on, Billy, but you got to let me talk, too.
Sure,
it's Ron and Fez show.
Sorry.
All right, now, she was on her way out to do that show, apparently.
Really?
So she
was going to tape that show.
Yeah, so he, had a chair for her. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine. But you know what? He uses it as he's just doing stuff. He goes on TV the other night and calls the U.S. cowards, and the guys who flew the plane were heroes. Matter of fact, he exactly said, we have been the cowards lobbying cruise missiles 2,000 miles away. That's cowardly. Staying in the airplane when it hits the building. Say what you want, but that's not cowardly. Oh, excuse me. Now all U.S. and U.S. military are cowards? You know what? Screw you, Bill Maher. You can't stand New York in the first place. You say we're not gritty and real. You take a look downtown. You're going to see more gritty and real than you ever saw in your goddamn life.
I didn't say this. Did you, Fez?
I didn't say it, but that statement is inexcusable.
Now, you saw it, Billy, or you're just...
No, I read it, and I got a transcript of the show, and it infuriates me that this guy would use his show as a platform just to say something ridiculous so people will pay attention to him and his little lipstick-looking friggin' face. He's such a little...
All right, easy, Billy.
He is made up like Cesar Romero on Batman.
If anybody saw this, 877-692-1027.
So this was, I guess, Tuesday night's Politically Incorrect. Billy, are you all right? He's having palpitations. He's holding his chest.
Don't grab your chest, Billy. I want you to calm down.
I'm serious.
I check on the Drudge report, and he says he's agreeing with Billy, and he says that FedEx has pulled ads from the show. And Sears has also pulled their ads.
All right, that's immediate. Advertise, sponsorship.
What time does this show come on?
Does he come on after Nightline?
I never watched the stupid thing. It's horrible. It's a horrible show. I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you.
That would probably be like at midnight or something.
All right, Al, I'm asking for people to call who've seen the show.
Politically Incorrect, and we think this was Tuesday's show.
This was the 17th. I got it right here. This was last night's show.
Last night's show, okay.
All right, so it's on at midnight?
I think it's on after Nightline. I don't know if Nightline's running long.
Well, it is on ABC, so whatever that programming is, yeah. And kudos to FedEx and Sears for doing this.
So I guess...
Kudos for not supporting this screwball friggin' communist, whatever the hell he is.
So I would assume either midnight or 12:30.
Nobody watched this show. I'm telling you right now, do not watch this show. This guy is horrible. He's anti-American. He's not standing by us in an hour of need. He's using this to make a name for himself and just saying whatever the hell he wants to just so he gets his name in the paper. He's unfunny. The show is horrible, and he's acting anti-American. You know what? Turn your TVs off Channel 7 when that time comes around. Screw him. Screw Bill Maher, and screw his goddamn Politically Incorrect show.
I got to see it tonight, though, Billy, to see if he has a reason that he said this or if he's... apologizing. All right, who am I going to here, Al?
Get me on his show.
All right, easy, big man.
I don't think you're going to be invited.
Kelly saw the show. Hey, Kelly, you're on Ron and Fez.
You're so wonderful. Yeah, I saw the show.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was really awful.
So
it was.
And he said these things?
He did.
Exactly the way Billy said it?
Exactly. I mean, it's the same. Exactly.
He wasn't being facetious or saying it sarcastically?
No, he was pretty serious. He was saying they were heroes, and it was just, it was awful.
How is that a hero?
How can you call anybody who takes innocent people and smashes into a building with other innocent people a hero?
I know, because it was the whole religious thing. It's like, they're doing this, for the glory of Allah and everything.
That doesn't make you a hero.
No,
I know,
it makes you insane.
It was very twisted. It was,
and, no soldier thinks it's an act of bravery to hurt innocent civilians.
Yeah.
No soldier would believe that.
Yeah.
All right, so
this is incredible. I can't believe this happened.
All right, Kelly, let me ask you, how did the audience react to this?
They weren't. It was kind of like a sharp intake. I don't know. I couldn't. I didn't hear very much. Not a lot of applause.
No.
Really yeah.
All right, ABC issues a statement saying in part that Politically Incorrect celebrates freedom of speech and encourages the animated exchange of ideas.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of the stuff that he was saying was okay. I mean, you know, he could tell he was really ticked off, but, you know, he just had, I don't know, I just think a really warped, you know, idea of what these guys were doing. And
all right, thanks a lot, Kelly.
Oh, sure. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
It pisses me off that a guy like this will say something. I probably, you know, whether he believes it or not, he said it just to get interest in a TV show. That is the lowest thing I could think of. You know what? I'm just going to get people to watch my show by calling American heroes cowards.
All right. Here's Terry. Hi, Terry. You're on Manifest.
How's it going? Yeah, he said it a little different in context. What he said is American pilots were cowards because they were bombing from, 14 miles up.
How is that cowardly? How is
that cowardly? To fly into enemy territory.
Yeah, like they should fly low and get killed. But he said if you want to talk about bravery, the guys that flew into the building, if they're anything, they're brave. That's what he said.
They're not brave. They're insane. That's literally insane. All right, thanks. You're disagreeing?
Well, no, he's got the gist, but I have the actual transcript right here of his exact words. And if you want, I'll read it again. But also, we have been the cowards lobbying cruise missiles from 2,000 miles away. That's cowardly. Staying in the airplane when it hits the building, say what you want about it, it's not cowardly.
That's disgusting.
It's despicable, Fezzi. It's despicable. I wish the guy had the balls to call this show.
Here is Dan from Hoboken. Hey, Dan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I watched the show. I mean, in context, it wasn't as bad as Billy's making it out.
So you didn't find yourself all freaked out?
I was like, why is he saying this?
Yeah.
But in the context of the conversation, I mean, he was talking to Dinesh D'Souza, who actually brought it up, I think.
Now, who is Dinesh D'Souza?
He's an author. I don't think of, he's Indian, I believe, but I don't think he's like an Indian advocate or something. I think he's just an author who he has on the show a lot. I honestly don't know exactly what he's got to do with anything, but he mentioned it sort of in context. It wasn't like he's like pissing on America. I mean, trust me, I have friends who are pilots in the Navy, and, I would never say they're cowards because they choose to shoot from long range.
Well, this is such an outrageous statement. I'm just wondering, I wish I had seen the show.
I would say in context, with the way he was saying and everything he said around it, and the way, his animation, I said, well, that's a really dumb thing to say, Bill, but I didn't think that he was being, as anti-American as you're putting him.
I mean, if he meant it in the context, I mean, I know he didn't say it this way, but if he meant in the context of, in their minds, we're the cowards.
That's exactly what I would say he meant. I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate his guts. I'm not going to sit here and defend him. Well, but, I think he does have a dumb show. And
all right, so this show comes on at midnight?
It's sometime. I was just flipping around, and I was just sitting there wondering why there was an empty chair, but...
Right. You know what, Dan? Let me just correct you on one thing. He wasn't saying the pilots. He's saying we.
He said the U.S. military was like a cowardly act.
And the guy, Dinesh, did not really set him up. Dinesh goes, these are warriors. We have to realize that the principles of our way of life are in conflict with people in the world. And so I'm all for understanding the sociological causes of this, but we should not blame the victim. Americans shouldn't blame themselves because other people want to bomb them. And then Bill Maher comes back with his asinine statement. So this guy was not set up for anything. He was determined to say this, and he's supposed to make a name for himself.
With his context, he wasn't saying, you're wrong, I'm saying they are cowards. He was saying, I sort of agree with what you said about them being warriors. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and defend him or defend, because I think alone that statement, if anything, it's just in bad taste. And
well, it'll be interesting, to see if he goes on and apologizes or tries to explain himself tonight.
Right.
He lost a couple of major sponsors, apparently.
I think at the very least he'll try to explain in context what he says. But knowing him, I mean, he's such a prick that he'll probably...
he is one prissy.
Yeah,
Dan, I don't care what kind of spin they're going to put on it or how you heard it. And I don't mean this against you personally, but you cannot say anything like that and not have it mean exactly what it says. You can't say, I was being sarcastic, I was making a joke. You cannot make jokes about stuff like that at this time.
It is the kind of comment that, 20 years from now is something to discuss in a history class, but it's not something at these times he should be putting out over the airways. That's definitely true.
No, it's ludicrous, it's ridiculous, and it's asinine, and he's the... I wish we had the big ass of the day still.
You give it to him?
That would get even?
That would show him?
I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Billy,
thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan from Hoboken. Billy, I feel so bad for you, especially during this crisis, because, Billy, you were always the goofy, happy-go-lucky guy. I mean, not on the air, but I mean in the hallways, you were always silly. You're a big, fun, silly guy that we adore. And to see you and the transformation, they have taken all the joy out of your life.
Fezzi, I feel like a wreck. I mean, I honest to God, my wife is worried sick about me.
I got worried. You started grabbing your chest in here.
Oh, are you serious? You're grabbing your chest?
I was just...
He couldn't breathe.
He was just beating very fast.
Well, don't do that to
I was getting hyperventilated.
Don't do that.
He couldn't catch his breath. He got too upset.
You write any funny songs yet?
No.
You need to write some funny Air 6 songs.
I think you're right.
That might be a channel for you.
Hey, John, you're on Ron and Fez?
Hi, John.
Hey, Ron. Hi, Fez. How you doing?
Hey.
Good.
Love your show.
Thanks.
Do a good job. I just want to point out something. I just happened to turn the show on just as this guy Bill was making comments, and his opening comments were that Bill Maher had called the terrorists heroes and Americans cowards, and then when you read the transcript, the word hero didn't even appear in it. So he's misquoting Bill Maher, and he's doing what he's accusing him of.
Yeah, let's hear the exact quote there, Billy.
And I apologize for the paraphrase, but I'm a little worked up.
Well, you shouldn't...
But you end up getting people worked up.
Right.
Well,
you're being inaccurate.
I have read the quote twice since then, and I'll read it one more time for you. Bill Maher, but also we have been the cowards, lobbying cruise missiles from 2,000 miles away. That's cowardly. Staying in the airplane when it hits the building, say what you want about it, it's not cowardly.
Yeah, it's cowardly if you're hitting innocent people.
Yeah.
If you've got children on a plane and you're rushing them to their death because of some insane myth that you were taught and brainwashed, that's cowardly.
Well, what I hear in that comment is running a plane into a building is not cowardly. He didn't say that those terrorists killing all those people were heroes. He said...
What other building are they talking about?
Kamikaze pilots, right, in a military target, killing themselves. It's the same context. In other words, they're not cowards for doing that. He doesn't agree with them doing it.
It's a cowardly act. It's definitely a cowardly act.
The World Trade Center is definitely a cowardly act.
Yes.
Yes.
When you
but if you were to take your own life in any way for whatever you believe in, that's not. That's the whole point.
No, lunatic, listen. To go on an airplane and to attack female flight attendants, to slash one's throat, to tie their arms behind their backs, to attack women, to attack children on a plane that are just trying to get from one side of this country to the other, to pick on them, that is a coward.
And just because you commit suicide at the end of that does not make it any less of a cowardly...
Me.
Yes,
we understand you completely.
I agree with you 100%.
How the hell could you? You're just saying...
You're a nutball.
I'm going to get rid of him.
Oh. Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to get into this. Oh, boy. Every time Billy gets around, we all get mad. Not that
his patriotism's contagious.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
That's Paul from Air Sick, that big song that you guys just did. Made you feel a little better.
It was very tough. I got to say this much, because I had to tear my way away from the news again, and I knew I had a time limit on to get things done this morning, and so I finally sat down, and it was just like, nah, I can't do this. It's just like it's not in my mindset. My mind is so worked up with everything that's going on right now, and I still haven't gotten that little faggot Bill Maher out of my head last night.
Yeah.
Didn't
he kind of come on and apologize?
Oh, yeah, him and his little pearly little red lips came on and goes, I was misunderstood. And it's like, you know what? Bull. You said what you said. Be at least a man enough to say, you know what? This is what I said, and I stand by it. He's already kowtowing to, pressure from the networks or the advertisers who pull their spots and stuff. And he's like, oh, I wasn't meaning we as the military.
Not everybody knows this story. And I didn't say it myself, so I'm just...
on the first show that he did back.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Monday night? Okay, and does anyone still have that quote? I think it was something to the effect of, we're the cowards lobbing missiles from 2,000 miles away.
Flying a plane into a building is not a cowardly act.
Yes, it is. It definitely is.
Oh, without a doubt.
What those guys did was a cowardly act.
And to do this little spin thing that he's doing now, trying to change what he was feeling at the time, is absolutely disgusting.
I think the spin he tried to give on it last night was, he said that the fact that we never went in and finished the job is what he tried to call cowardly. His explanation made no sense.
Absolutely made no sense. And it was the whole show last night was bull. Because they're piping in applause and they cut to one of the other people on the panel and no one's clapping.
When you see the audience, there's no...
No. All right, let me just tell you, so I'm worried about you, though, okay, Billy? You're just as mad at Bill Maher now as you are at the terrorists. You've got to find a range for these emotions.
Levels.
Where's your Bill Maher song at? Do we have that ready to go, Hawk, for him?
That we have.
Because remember what we told you, instead of getting angry, write your funny little songs that you enjoy.
Well,
you enjoy. That's your way of fighting
this
back.
was more therapy, I think, for me this morning when I woke up.
All right, this is your answer to Bill Maher.
Maher, yeah, what is he good for? Absolutely nothing. Maher, yeah, he is such a bore. He ain't never been funny. Maher, look out. Hope they show you out the door. Ship you to Afghanistan. Listen to me, Maher, I despise. Cause when he took the terrorist side, Maher will lie just to save his lipstick face. He thinks it's brave to take her innocent lives. I said, Maher, good God, y'all, what is he good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again, Maher. Whoa, 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 Lord, he has gone too far. An absolute moron. Maher.
All right, that's Maher.
You and Bill Maher.
All right, Bill Maher, what is he good for?
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WMEW.